Don't you just hate it when you create a piece of artwork and it turns out to be a copy of someone else? Years back, I launched Project Emre and kicked it off with a song called 404 Song Not Found. It's basically a short piece that explores the effects of digitalization in our lives. I was always inspired by how visuals can kind of enhance what the musical story was trying to portray. So this was my first shot at that experiment. So I had a bit of an idea what I was going for, and I pretty much used a lot of stock footage online. So I used blue screens, tried to portray the passage of time or wastage through commuting to work. But I also tried to create a contrast of similar images being reflected as kind of dreamlike. So you still know you're in traffic, but you've kind of dozed off a little bit. But I also wanted to create a different type of contrast of feeling, so from chaos to calmness. I tried to portray that with water. Those who actually follow me on YouTube probably would have seen I made a reaction video to Porcupine Trees and Nesticize. And that's a track from the Fear of a Blank Planet album. This kid's almost kind of on the other side of the blue screen that I kind of presented at the start. And there are many other scenes. There's a lot of traffic time lapses, so the lights are similar. Even the more psychedelic traffic time lapse scenes are similar. But most strikingly of all, I feel, is that transition from chaos to calmness, and water is the element that kind of creates that. Although initially they're not exactly the same, but they end up being waves breaking off. Color tones are similar. The overall message of digitalization affecting youth, whereas in my song it was about the effects I felt personally. So when I realized I was heavily inspired by this original, I was a bit upset, but at the same time I'm not surprised, because this was one of the most critical videos that got me into what I'm doing right now with my music video project. So I'm glad that I've been exposed to this masterpiece, let's say. And another major plus side of doing this video was discovering how stock footage could be such a useful element in making projects. You have so many ideas in your head, it's a good way to kind of see if others have already done it. If the footage is there, you can try out scenes and even produce complete music videos from scratch, I would say. And if you don't have time to make your own stock footage music videos, hit me up on Fiverr. I can help you produce a creative music video that matches the narration and tempo of your song, and maybe you can also learn from that yourself. Well, that brings us to the end of the first Music Video Diaries episode. And if you're a DIY musician or a filmmaker interested in behind the scenes, analyzing other music videos, people sharing their production experiences overall, then please follow and subscribe, because there'll be more coming your way. And remember, every pro was once a noob.